from the previous video, we have discussed the 6 trigonometric functions that we can extract from right triangle A, B, and C. And in this presentation, again, we're gonna be dealing with right triangle A, B, and C. But for now, we're gonna be considering angle B as our given angle. So, nung last video natin, ang given angle natin is si angle A, which is equivalent to 53.13 degrees. Okay? So, kung mapapansin natin, si angle A at saka si angle B ay merong relationship. And that relationship is that angle A and angle B are complementary angle. And if we say that two angles are complementary if their sum is 90 degrees. So, now, how are we going to obtain the angle measure of angle B? So that's gonna be 90 degrees minus 53.13 degrees, and that will yields to 36.87 degrees, or if we're going to convert that into DMS or degrees, minutes, and seconds, that's gonna be equal to 36 degrees, 52 minutes, and 12 seconds. Okay? And so, from the previous video, we have assumed that the hypotenuse is equal to 10. But here, on this presentation, may iba na po yung opposite side at saka yung adjacent side natin. In this presentation, ang side BC would become our adjacent side, and side AC would become our opposite side prior to our given angle, which is now angle B. Alright, so our opposite side would be equivalent to 6, and our adjacent side is equivalent to 8. Okay, so let us now try to extract the different trigonometric functions for this right triangle. Okay, so let us have the sine of B. So, tulad ng diniscuss natin last time, the SOHCAHTOA, for us to get the trigonometric function sine, we have opposite over hypotenuse. So, in getting the sine of B, that is equivalent to opposite over hypotenuse. And in our illustration here, our opposite side is equivalent to 6, and our hypotenuse is equivalent to 10. Or simply, that is 3 over 5 if we're going to, if we are going to reduce that into lowest term. Alright? And this side, or the opposite side, is actually side AC, and the hypotenuse is the side AB, which is this one. Alright, so let us just copy this one. And we'll be comparing this to our previous video. Alright, so let us now get the cosine of B. Cosine of B, we have cosine of B equals adjacent side over the hypotenuse, and our adjacent side here is 8, meaning that's gonna be 8 over the hypotenuse, which is 10. Alright, and our adjacent side, we all know that the adjacent side is side BC, so that's gonna be BC over AB. Okay, next, let us now try to find the tangent of B. So tangent of B is equal to opposite over adjacent. So the opposite side is equivalent to 6. That is actually side AC. Side AC over our adjacent opposite side. Sorry, opposite side is side AC, and our adjacent side is equivalent to 8, and that is actually side BC. Okay? Side BC. Alright. Next, let us now try to find the cotangent of B. Cotangent of B, we all know that the cotangent is the reciprocal of the tangent function. So that's gonna be adjacent over hypotenuse. So our adjacent side is equivalent to 8, and our opposite side is equivalent to 6. So meaning the cotangent of B is equal to 8 over 6. And the sides that we are after to are actually side BC, and side AC. Alright, let us now try to find the secant of B. So, sino po si secant? If you still remember, secant is actually the reciprocal of the cosine function, and that is actually hypotenuse over the adjacent side. And we all know that the hypotenuse is 10. according to our illustration, and the adjacent side is equivalent to 8. And if we're going to reduce that into lowest term, that is actually 5 over 3. And the sides that we are after to are side AB, which is the hypotenuse, and our adjacent side is the side BC. Okay? And last, we have the cosecant B. We all know that cosecant is the reciprocal of the sine function. So we have the hypotenuse over the opposite side. And we all know that the hypotenuse measures 10 units and the opposite sides measure 6 units. And if we're going to reduce that into lowest term, that is equivalent to 5 over 3. And the sides that we are after to are actually A over B, or AB, side AB, and side AC. Okay, so let us now try to compare the trigonometric functions from the left side and the trigonometric functions from the right sides. From the right side, I mean. Alright, we all know that A and B are complementary angles. Okay? And if we're going to see this relationship, then we can simply say that sine B here is equivalent to sine of 90 degrees. Tama po ba? 90 degrees minus the measure of angle A. Alright, so sine B here is equivalent to the sine of 90 degrees minus A, since A and B are complementary angles. So, at kung hindi ninyo napapansin, yung sides na after tayo kay sine B is actually the sides that we are concerned with the cosine of A. Alright? So, nakalimutan na si A. Alright? The cosine of A. So, ibig sabihin, si sine B at saka si cosine of A ay equal. Okay? Again, si sine B at saka si cosine of A ay equal. At yun po yung tinatawag nating co-functions. Pag sinabi natin co-functions, kung mapapansin niyo sa pangalan ni sine, co-function niya si cosine. That is why it is named cosine. Alright? Now, let us have this one. Cosine of B. Cosine of B can be represented as the cosine of 90 degrees, since A and B are complementary angles. Okay? So, that is the cosine of 90 degrees minus A. And kung mapapansin niyo yung sides na after tayo kay cosine B is BC over AB. At ito ay matatagpuan natin dito sa trigonometric function sa left side, which is the sine A. Meaning to say, cosine B is equivalent to sine A. Okay? Meaning to say, sine function and the cosine function are co-functions. Kaya yung isa ay merong prefix na co. Okay? Let us now try to have this one, tangent B. Okay? Kung tulad ng sinabi natin, paulit-ulit na tayo, tangent B or A and B are complementary angles, so we can represent tangent B as the tangent of 90 degrees minus the measure of angle A. At kung mapapansin ninyo, saan ba natin makikita yung sides na AC over BC? Dito sa 6 na nasa left. That is actually can be found kay cotangent A. Ibig sabihin, tangent of B is indeed equivalent to cotangent of A. That is why it is named cotangent, because tangent and cotangent are co-functions. Okay? And on the other hand, kung titignan naman natin si cotangent of B, we can represent cotangent of B as the cotangent of 90 degrees minus the measure of angle A, since A and B are complementary. Okay? And yung sides na after tayo is BC over AC, which is can be found dito naman kay tangent A. So, indeed, cotangent of B is equal to tangent of A. Alright? That is why, kaya natin sinasabi that tangent and cotangent are co-functions. Okay? Next, we have secant of B. We can represent secant of B as the secant of 90 degrees minus the measure of angle A. Minus the measure of angle A. And the sides that we are after to are actually AB over BC, which can be found or kung mapapansin ninyo, equal siya dito kay cosecant of A. So, ibig sabihin, secant of B is equal to cosecant of A. Okay? And lastly, si cosecant of B can be represented as the cosecant of 90 degrees minus the measure of angle A. At kung mapapansin natin, yung sides na after tayo kay cosecant of B is AB over AC, and that can actually be found kay secant of A. Meaning to say, cosecant of B is indeed equivalent to secant of A. So, etong relationship na to, etong relationship na na-derive natin from the previous video is actually the what we so-called the trigonometric functions of complementary angles. Alright? Since kanina, yung relationship na sinabi natin kay A and kay B ay that they are complementary angles. That is why in getting the trigonometric functions of the complementary angle, what you're just going to do is to find its co-functions from the previous angle. Okay, and that is all about the trigonometric functions of the complementary angle.